Hello everyone, today is construction day 86.
As you guys know, we didn't do a construction day 85 video. It was just raining too much up here. Talking to the guys this morning, they only worked a couple of hours and then they stopped. It's still pretty windy up here. I don't think it has anything to do with that tropical storm that came through, because that's now north of Manila. But guess what? We looked at the weather forecast this morning, and there's another system starting to come together east of us, heading directly towards Mindanao, which is just south of us. Actually, we can see from our property the northern tip of Mindanao. So there's another storm heading our way, so we'll keep you guys tuned in on what that looks like. But the guys are all here this morning, and they're rendering away. We did have a third site survey today for solar. So, you know, it seems like every time I get a site survey, I get a little more educated and obviously get different information with every company. So that's definitely interesting. I'm going to put all my thoughts together and do a separate video on solar and what's my thought on getting solar installed or not. I'm still waiting for all three quotes. So I'll wait to get all three of the quotes together and then try to put all that information together and do a little ROI as well. So let's get up to the work site and see what's going on. All right, so it's Monday morning and beginning of a new work week, and starting to dry out a little bit. So no rain today on the forecast. Still hazy, still got some clouds, but definitely see some blue skies. And we have the sump pump in the pool. There's about 18 inches of water. So, and I'm going to guess and say we got 9 inches of rain. You know, obviously that's a guess, but they're draining the water out. And let's take a walk inside and see where we're at with the rendering. Okay, so inside the main living area, the living room and the kitchen, you can see that they got the rendering completed all the way around. So looking good. And what they're starting to do is mark out for the outlets for the kitchen. So there's going to be, that's the switch for the lights in the kitchen. But there'll be another outlet here for the refrigerator. There's going to be one outlet here for when the start of the counter starts, countertop. And then this will be where the stove will be, and then there'll be a couple outlets here. Then you can see they drew on the wall here. There'll be an outlet there as well. So they're starting to mark out where the outlets will go. So here in the master bedroom, looks like they got that completed as well. So it's looking good. And what they're doing is they're starting to roughen the electric. So you can see over here how rough it looks when they first render it. See, it's pretty rough looking. But what they're going in now and getting the boxes in, pulling the wires, and then just dressing up with fresh concrete so it looks smooth. So they're starting that in the master today. So that's a good sign. They did over there as well. There, this is where the TV will go. So they put an outlet up higher in the wall. There'll be another outlet there, and there'll be another one there. So, and this is where the aircon will go. The split aircon will go in this area of the master. And then take a walk into Wilma's closet. A lot of work to do in here yet, so still hollow block. So the work in this wall today, between the walk-in closet and the master bathroom. The back wall is still rough. And then this wall they completed Saturday. So definitely making some nice progress here in the walk-in closet. Looks like they have not started the master bathroom yet. Oh, I stand corrected. Looks like the back shower wall they started. Okay, I didn't notice that when I did my first walkthrough. And then the actual shower wall itself, they got the first coat on. All right, so that's good. I'm interested to see how they're going to fill this in for the area for the soaps and the conditioner and the shampoos, how they're going to strengthen that. I'm interested in that. But definitely some progress here. So they're moving along. And in the 2 spare bedrooms and spare bathroom, it looks like here the little hallway they started today. So it looks like the first rough in for the little hallway here. Here's done. Up here, across the back. There's scaffolding here, so this is the back spare bedroom. That was completed on Saturday, all the walls. Now they have not dealt with the roughing of the electric yet, you can see. That still needs to be done, like I showed you in the master. But the rendering for that spare bedroom is completed. Looks like the hallway is along the way. Nothing has been done in the spare bathroom yet, so that all needs to be done. And then here in the front spare bedroom slash office, now they're just starting to get to it, so they're working on that today. And you can see there as well, and that little area is done. So they did lose some time on Saturday for sure. They told me they only worked a couple of hours and just rained too hard, so they basically lost a day of rendering. But they're definitely making progress, and you know, I'll say they're 75% done, and that's a guess. So probably another day or two for the inside. All right, so we got some unexpected happy news today for Monday morning. Our roof just arrived on site, so you can see the white color of the roof, and the guys just showed up. So I think they said 14 days, and I think we're right around, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 days. So they're definitely here early. You can see the long pieces. That's the way they designed it, so there's less joints. And they're going to go ahead and get it unloaded, and we asked them to put it up onto the property. We don't want it out here on the road. They're going to put it up on the property out here on this flat spot. So I'll do a little bit of video of that as well. But definitely a nice surprise. We got our roof a couple days early. It's definitely a long piece, huh?
Yeah.
Nice and white to try to deflect a little of the heat. All right, the guys are bringing in the shorter pieces for the carport, because the carport runs the opposite way. But just take a look at their work boots as they walk on that very dark topsoil. They're working in bare feet, which as you guys notice in a lot of the videos here, the guys work in bare feet, but that still astonishes me that they feel more comfortable just working in bare feet all day. So I just want to show you guys how they patch these holes. You know, one thing that's kind of drives me crazy is they punch holes in the walls all the time. And you've seen it throughout. So this was a hole. So look how they smooth that all out. They fill it with concrete. They let it sit a little bit. Then they come back through and smooth it all out. And then look at the nice work they do with the electrical boxes. So it doesn't take them long to make it real smooth. And then I haven't done this yet. Look how straight this wall is. See if it's picking it up. I'm going real slow. I mean, it is just so straight. And I've done this with every wall in the house. Just looks so straight. So definitely pleased. So see the hole here? That drives me crazy. It just worries me. But as you can see, that's what it's going to look like in a few minutes after they they run the wire and then they put the box in and fill it in. And I got to keep reminding myself, these walls are not structural. This is just like a sheetrock wall in the US. All the support is these beams and these columns that go around the house. That's the structure. And then these walls are just, I keep reminding myself, is just sheetrock. But I think it looks really great. Alright, so I hope this is going to show up on the camera. I guess I'll find out on the playback. But what I did today was I took chalk and I mapped out exactly what our kitchen is going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and take a few minutes and explain it. So the stove and the sink splits this room 50-50. So we measured across, divide by 2, and that's exactly where the stove will be dead center. So that's going to be the focal point of the room, as well as the range hood. And the sink will also be the center of the room in the island. So then next what we did was we took the exact dimension of the granite. So you can see here I have it written in granite. So this is represents the granite. The granite is 266 centimeters long. So I didn't want any waste. So I used the entire dimension and then designed the kitchen cabinets from that dimension. So what it basically did was made all the cabinets 54 centimeters. So again, the stove is 90. The refrigerator, they don't do it in centimeters here, they do it in inches. So the refrigerator is actually 36 inches. And then 2 18-inch cabinets over top. But then all the rest of the dimensions are in centimeters. So one of the viewers suggested, hey, if you have over here 54, why don't you keep this 54? Because my original design was to have this to be 50. And the reason for that is because of over here by the doorway. But more than I thought about it, I took his advice, so thank you very much, viewer. So if this side is 54, we're going to keep this side 54. But what that did was move the refrigerator over 4 centimeters, so now you can see I'm up against the outlet. So I talked to the electrician today, he said no problem, he's going to move this over a bit. It's just going to be a little closer to the doorway, so we'll live with that. But moving this refrigerator over 4 centimeters now really made this symmetrical. So this will be 54. Underneath will be 54. And another suggestion is to have this not cabinet, but actually drawers. So these will be pull-out drawers. So we took that advice as well. And then on this side, it'll just be standard cabinets. So you can see the pulls. And there'll be drawers on top. So drawers here on either side, and then pull open doors here. So this will all be 54, 54, 54, 54. Then here on the end, this will be a pantry. So it'll go right up and it'll have shelves in it. See, I wrote pantry. And this is exactly the way Wilma envisioned it. So I wanted to design it to make sure that the dimensions all made sense. So I happened to fall at 54. So even this pantry is 54 centimeters. Now for electrical outlets, you see up here in this cabinet, there's going to be a 220 outlet. And the reason for that is I'm going to have a 3,000 watt, and I already have it, step down to make 110 power. And then we'll embed wires in this concrete coming down, and we'll have one 110 outlet here for a few appliances that we have that are 110. And then we'll have a 220 next to it. Then we'll have another 220 on this side. And then the stove. And then here in the short piece, that's 54 centimeters as well. We'll have another outlet. And then of course the refrigerator. We'll have an outlet here at the bottom. So Wilma really liked this today, that I took the time to chalk this out so she can envision what it's actually going to look like. Now we have this on paper, but until you map it out on the wall, it definitely helps. So this design here, we did bring to cabinet maker number 1, and they're giving us a price on what this will cost to build and install. And then we also have a name of a second cabinet maker that we will be going to. We haven't gone to yet. And giving them this design, and we'll get a second price as well. But I want to give you guys an opportunity to see what our kitchen cabinets will look like.